Official data just released shows profits earned by major industrial firms grew at their fastest pace in 3 months in June. Well, that indicates government spending is supporting the corporate sector through tough times. Well, now for more on this, we're now joined by my colleague Wu Haojun. Good evening, Haojun.
Good evening.
Some figures point to a sign that maybe the worst has already passed, especially in terms of industrial output. Could you please break the numbers for us?
Well, there are definitely a few bright spots in China's industrial sector. But first, here is the general picture. Profits of China's major industrial firms rose 6.2% year-on-year in the first half of this year, narrowing from a 6.4% rise in the first 5 months. Now, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, profits at industrial companies with annual revenue of more than 20 million yuan totaled 3 trillion yuan in the first 6 months. In June, profits of major industrial firms rose 5.1%, widening from a 3.7% growth posted in May this year. Now, the Bureau attributes the growth to increased sales, a milder decline in factory product prices, and lower business costs. It also, however, notes that the profit growth was concentrated in just a few sectors, including electronics and petroleum processing. But state-owned industrial firms continue to struggle to turn a profit. In the first 6 months of the year, their profits fell 8%, while those of foreign-invested companies increased 5%, and private business profits rose 8.8%. So it's definitely a mixed picture that we're looking at here.
So the problem still lies with state-owned enterprises. They're not making profits. Why is that? I mean, what caused the problems?
Well, so the overall picture does look a little better now. However, the circumstances are definitely still far from being ideal. Now, the Bureau says while June profits accelerated from May, unfavorable conditions for companies continue to exist. The Bureau pointed to a few issues here, including a concentration of profit growth in a select few industries, namely electronics, steel, and oil processing. Now, declining industrial efficiency in key sectors, another issue, driving overall profit growth, including oil extraction and power generation, and funding turnover problems as well. And of course, it's important to look at all these within the larger context of the overall performance of the Chinese economy. It grew 6.7% year-on-year in the second quarter. That's the slowest since the global financial crisis, but also within the government's targeted range. So, as I said before, it's a mixed picture of hope and woes.
Of course. Thank you so much for your reporting.